Before this video starts, apparently the Survivor 50 cast got leaked, even though I'm like 85% sure this can't be the cast because it's absolute dog crap. Anyways, let me know down in the comments if I should make a video about this absolute travesty of a cast. But anyways, in today's video, we're doing the player rankings for Survivor 48. I'm going to be going from 18th to number 1 spot on how good they play the game, and holy moly, this season had some absolute doo-doo heads when it comes to gameplay. So let's just get straight into the list, shall we? In the 18th spot, we have the first boot of the season, Stephanie Burger with a side of fries and a milkshake. It feels like Stephanie went on to Survivor to make friends and make pig squeal noises and nothing else. Like, why are you even on the show? But I think Stephanie's biggest mistake in this season is she doesn't know how to do freaking basic math. She's like, wait a second, if I get Mary on my side, that means we have the majority. Yeah, but Stephanie's got to be like the freaking worst new era first boot, not gonna lie. And at 17th place, we have Say the Stupid. Say's game is actually astonishing how bad it is. In episode 1, Say forms a majority alliance on her tribe and also finds an idol. And by episode 2, she wastes her idol and has her entire alliance freaking turn on. And somehow in Say's cranium, despite the fact she freaking reached into Mary's pockets to see if she had an idol without asking her, and also chased her around the island like she's a freaking animal, she was like, hey, Mary might want to work with me now. Say's like a dog that really needs to go to the dentist. All bark, no bite. And at number 16, we have Cedric. Cedric makes the most baffling moves every single chance he gets. For some reason, Cedric tells Say to use her idol at the Kevin vote to then just vote out Kevin, so that makes Say mad and not want to work with Cedric. And then when Mary's shot in the dark works, Cedric freaking votes for Say twice and then goes, you know, I know Say is a very, very bitter person and very... And then when Mary's shot in the dark works, my bro votes for Say twice in a row, then goes, I know Say is a very vengeful person, but she's black though, so I can't vote her out actually. And then at the Bianca vote, the only person that Bianca trusts to tell she doesn't have a vote is Cedric. And he goes, wait, she trusts me? Oh, I'm gonna vote her out. And at number 15, we have Star. And despite the fact I love Star with a passion and her energy is very epic, she's horrible at playing the game of Survival. She literally gave like her number 1 op the idol that she found. Like who does that? She was very funny and goofy and wacky though, so yeah, she's pretty epic. At number 14, we have Kevin. It is absolutely insane that I can put the second boot at number 14 on this list. I quite literally do not understand the thought process in Cedric and Justin's head when they were like, hey, what if we went out freaking Kevin? Because even with his shoulder messed up, he's still a better competitor than like half the people on his tribe. I honestly feel like Kevin was just a victim of big move-itis. That's like the only way to explain what happened to bro. At number 13, we have none other than the pizza man himself, Justin Pepperoni. Justin was playing a pretty good game, but he gets absolutely screwed over by the dumbest journey in Survivor history. Bro's entire game was decided by the roll of the dice, and he couldn't even opt out. What the flippity flop Survivor? What even is that? It honestly feels like freaking Justin was cursed during this episode. Everything that could go wrong went wrong. They lost the challenge. He lost his vote. And the target of the vote had their shot in the dark actually work. Like, what are the odds, bro? And at number 12, we have Mary, who was just kind of there, you know? Like, she was pretty prominent pre-merge, but then after her shot in the dark worked, she didn't do anything and was then voted out of the game. The only thing she did was get mad and eat coconuts, I'm pretty sure. But she did have a strong bond with David, which immediately sent the bro packing. And at number 11, we have Charity. And I know what you're thinking. Why the heck is Charity above Mary? Well, let me explain, my young Padawan. Charity actually tried to make freaking moves. I think Charity's biggest fault in the game is the fact her tribe never lost a challenge pre-merge. I think if their tribe loses, the Alliance of 4 did not seem strong at all, Mitch and Charity definitely could have got one of them to flip. And then when they do merge, she's like, hey guys, what if we make a move and take out Eva? And they're like, actually, moves aren't allowed this season, sister. See you later, buddy. At number 10, we have Bianca. Now, Bianca is someone who gets absolutely screwed over by twists and also Cedric. Justin was voted out for not telling Cedric he didn't have a vote, and Bianca was voted out for telling Cedric that she didn't have a vote. Wait. Bianca was actually doing really good pre-swap. She had a very strong duo with Thomas, but got absolutely bamboozled in the tribe swap. But even if her and Thomas do make it far, I just see her doing whatever Thomas says to do, which you know, kind of a Eva situation. And in number 9, we have Thomas, someone who I think actually had a very good shot of making it very deep in the game. He had good bonds with like every single person on his old tribe. He had a number 1 in Bianca and an alliance in Shihan and Joe. Like, bro was unstoppable. But there are 2 main reasons why he was voted out so early. First reason, he should have used his freaking still a vote. Why did you not use it, Thomas, you absolute dingus? Second reason is because he's gay and the gay curse must strike. And at number 8, we have Mitch, and Mitch is someone who is very confusing to rank in my opinion. Because Mitch is a very, very social player and had bonds with every single person in the game. The problem with Mitch, though, is he didn't make a move at all whatsoever, not even a smidge. I do kind of wonder what Mitch would have said if he did indeed make it to Final Tribal Council, because he was kind of close. At number 7, we have David, the dairy defender, the lactose leader, the milk muncher. Now, David is someone who is safe for the entire pre-merge because bro refused to lose a challenge and then made a majority alliance in the merge with all of the strong players. And then he had an absolutely great read on Kyle and Camila. The problem lies that he literally went about it in the worst way humanly possible and had some absolutely abhorrent jury management even if he made it to the end. At number 6, we have Chrissy, which I know sounds like an absolutely outrageous take, but in my defense, she's kind of base though. Chrissy was the only one like, why the heck are we not taking out one of the strong guys? I'm an old lady. Why am I the threat? I also like how she freaking laid into Joe and Eva at the Final Tribal Council. Very swag, very pog, very epic. And at number 5, we have Eva. And Eva is one of the most loyal players I've ever seen in Survivor. And loyalty is a great thing to have in Survivor. I do think Eva is very lucky though. She had no business having that idol that Star gave her. And the advantage for winning the challenge is pretty sus in my opinion. But in my opinion, she did earn a lot of respect from me with the way she talked about her game in the Final Tribal Council. And at number 4, we have Shihan, aka the Prince of Persia, aka Persian Bot 9000, aka Mega Boring Guy. I think Shihan had a very good chance to win if he doesn't go out at the final 6. But what do I know? I wasn't on the jury. And in number 3, we have Mr. Joe. It felt like Joe came into the season just wanting to be a dad, and somehow that strategy worked absolutely phenomenally for him. The problem with Joe is that he acted like lying was such a bad thing to do, but obviously probably lied to every person he voted out, so like, I feel like Joe definitely plays the best third placer game in the new era by like a landslide. And at number 2, we have Camila the Killer, and Camila the Killer was absolutely a phenomenal player this season on Survivor. Her and Kyle rode the middle so well, having their secret alliance that absolutely no one knew about, and she didn't get a freaking vote the entire single season, despite her name coming up so often. She also won 2 immunity challenges against like some of the best competitors we've seen in the new era. Like that's insane, bro. And I kind of feel like if she won the fire making challenge, we would have had our 3rd perfect game in Survivor. And in number 1, we have Kyle Crocodile. This man played the absolute best winner game out of the new era. I don't want to hear anything different. Bro rode the middle so well. He didn't turn on anyone until he absolutely needed to, which was a perfect strategy for this season of Survivor. And bro was so swag all season long. Congratulations, Kyle, in the comments below. Bro absolutely killed it this season. Let's go. Well, guys, that's going to be the end of this video. Make sure to smack that like button and subscribe, and comment down below your power rankings for the season. And if they're not mine, then they're just wrong. Not going to lie. Like, you're just an idiot.
Will be very sad and feed us the steakest will be make it glad. And make sure to comment about how much Survivor sucks, and about how Liz loves Applebee's even though it's butt. And hit the notification bell, because if you don't, like you says, it will be a big mistake. And David the Doofus will throw milk in your face, and then Stinky Sue will take a poo all over your shoes. Oh, oh, oh.
Hey everybody, this is Bruce here for season 45 Survivor. Now, I, Bruce, the greatest Survivor player to ever exist, demand that all of you subscribe to Meme View, that's N-E-M-E, View, and hit the like button, or, if you don't, you end up like me on season 44, alright? You don't want that, do you? Peace!